What's up, everybody? This is James from B2J the Podcast. I'm doing this one solo. I'm just super stoked and a little irritated from last night's Hell in a Cell. I was there, so this is my reaction from somebody who was actually at the show. Stay tuned for that. I love you guys. I appreciate you. This is not your mama's podcast. There will be some words that probably will be thrown around, some four-letter words that you might not want to hear. And if that's you, stop listening now. But if you don't care and you want to let your freak flag fly, keep listening. But here we go. B2J, the podcast, starts now. You know, I always get nervous when we hit record on this sumbitch, and then I think, oh, fuck, well, what are people going to think, and shit like that. But you know what? I don't care. A fucking Batman movie, rated R, dude, is totally just killing it. And did your ears bleed at some point? Yes, they did, yeah. Therefore, by process of elimination, I do not like John Jones. Knowledge? It's a silent K. Our language is pretty fucked up. Because you're a professional sleeper?
Hell no, Ryerson. That's the most badass Mexican on guitar of all time.
Carlos Santana.
Almost maybe instrumentally.
You have it! It's all yours! I don't want it back! Dude, he can play the guitar and it'll sound like he's fucking your mother and you'll be alright. B2J the podcast. Things entertainment, baby. What's up, everybody? This is B2J the podcast, and we are coming to you. Well, I am coming to you live from the 209 Stockton, California. So, okay, got that out the way. Brian is not here at the moment, but I still have to put a show. The show must go on. So it's been a while since we did the show, so I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been listening, and thank you to everybody who has been sharing, liking, whatever you guys do to get the show out there, because we have no kind of way to get it out there outside of word of mouth advertising. So there you go. Thank you. We love you. But let's get straight into it. All right. Hell in the Cell was last night. I was there. And I probably will forever hear ringing in my ear chants of refund, restart the match, and AEW. And okay, let's start this week. This week was a huge week in professional wrestling. We had Monday Night Raw with its brand new premiere looking everything. Pyro's back. All right. WWE's back, and it's back with a bang, literally, because of Pyro. All right. And it was awesome. It was epic, and it was all that it was supposed to be all the way up until Sunday. But we're not quite there yet. WWE versus AEW on Wednesday nights also started this last week. And in my opinion, NXT was a far better show. Way better put together. Everything about that show was amazing. From the matches to everything. AEW, I felt stale. It felt generic. I didn't like it. It was not... I didn't not like it. I like that it exists. I hope it gets better. First week, maybe they had, first week jitters. I don't know. So, you're on TNT for the first time. A lot of these wrestlers haven't been on that kind of a stage before. So, it just wasn't, I didn't feel it. It definitely didn't feel like WCW, because WCW had a long time in the game before it was, it was NWA, pretty much. And then they all knew what they were doing. They were all professionals, and I didn't feel like this was that AEW show was up to par with WWE. So, NXT, I feel, was a better show, even though if you check the ratings, it pretty much destroyed the NXT. But, again, first week, everybody was tuning in. Give it what it was. Raw and SmackDown, far better shows all the way around. Now let's fast forward to Hell in a Cell. It had its moments of greatness, but that main event, just, oh my, you guys should have been there. If you were there, you would have felt the animosity in the room, because we all wanted The Fiend to go over. We all wanted him to become champion. Again, I've heard it a lot in other shows today. Everybody's saying, if you guys, if you didn't want The Fiend, then to become the WWE champion, don't book him against the champion. And that's truer words were never spoken. If you don't want The Fiend to be the champ, don't book him against the champ. Now the fallout. Every fan that I talked to on the way out of the building, all animosity, all pro AEW. So AEW better step their game up, because if they don't, I guess wrestling fans riot everywhere. They'll be screaming WWE at AEW shows, and they'll be screaming AEW at WWE shows, and gosh, man. So just very disappointed in what happened. That's why I had to do a quick show. I wanted to get on here. I wanted to give you guys some content from somebody who was at the show. Just so much. People were throwing stuff, It was that I didn't see a lot of stuff get in the ring, but there was trash all on the floor, and it sucked. I mean, it sucked. There was some stuff where people were blowing shit up outside of Golden One Center and stuff. I don't know if that was real. I didn't see a lot of that, but there was a lot of pissed off wrestling fans as I'm walking towards my car. Man, you guys should have been there. It was a huge event, because it was pretty much the stamp on a huge wrestling week. And our just dues, our desserts, was The Fiend going over Seth Rollins. Now, did Seth Rollins win the match? If it's a referee stoppage in any other in any other combat sport, if it's a referee stoppage, that means Seth Rollins wins. Did Seth Rollins win? That nobody once said that Seth Rollins won. I don't imagine them saying that Seth Rollins won tonight on Raw. So there you go. So did Seth Rollins win? We don't know. Raw has a lot of questions left to. I can't wait for the show. I just hope that, for one, I really do hope that these fans that are going to this Raw aren't just happy to be at Raw. I hope that they're smart fans and are smart marks, whatever you want to call them. I hope that they're. I'm a smart mark. I would be considered a smart mark. So there you go. I hope that there's a lot of people like me at that show, and they boo at all the right moments. But I hope it doesn't get out of control. So everybody keep your animosity in check to that extent. But again, I want everybody to let WWE hear it, because that was bullshit. Let me know how you feel. All right, get in contact with us. B2J the podcast is out of here. Thank you all for listening. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Love you guys. Please tell at least one person about B2J the podcast. And with that being said, you WWE, you gotta get your shit together, because we're all your biggest fans. We're wrestling fans. Without you, there wouldn't have been wrestling. So, honestly. So let's figure this out.